Skip.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2, Taken. So they do this like a television series. Same thing in Quantum Break.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
MX Payne.
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Okay. Let's put some coffee on it. If I remember right, you can actually find some collectibles in here. Seems like there's a thermos. Maybe, you know, it's been a long time. I don't know. I'll just have a look around. La da hee ha ha.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a
Ah,
long night,
see?
but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Yeah, I'll go put it on when I'm damn good and ready. No, I'm just kidding. It's a very bright screen, isn't it? Could have the brightness up too much. Check that out. Let's see. Alan Wake, Return to Sender. What I Can't Forget. Alex Casey. The Things That I Want. The Fall of Casey? Oh, there's a manuscript page. Here it is.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Honey, I'm home. Nice apartment. All right. I think all that's left to do is to switch on the
Coffee's
coffee
on.
maker.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. La ha 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 ha.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me
Oh,
what
yeah?
you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ooh. Sounds hot.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse
Yeah.
box.
I'm right
Okay.
here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Gotcha. Okay.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head. I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Ah, okay. You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you. Yep.
Thank you for
Yep. I
testing
think
the
that's
lights, Miss
her.
Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
Or, no, this is where she is. I need to... Read.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Have you seen this man? Disappeared on June 20th, 2007. Knack for winning contests. That's his identifying feature. Has a knack for winning contests. I think it's going to take more of a description than that. I mean, you know, we do have the picture, sure. Is there a name? I think that's one of the devs.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you
Hello.
in her office down the corridor.
Down the
That was Cynthia
corridor.
Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town.
Right.
Refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. There's a thermos. Pick up all the thermoses, manuscript pages.
Alice looked through the
Alice sees
viewfinder,
a shadow.
lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Yes, I know. I'll get over there when I'm damn good and ready. Okay, I'm damn good and
Come
ready.
in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Oh.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are
Okay.
already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
We're watching you. Lovers
I need some
Peak.
fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Okay, let's see if I can do that.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey,
You go,
you're
bud.
all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounded like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
All right, buddy.
I told him.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Yeah, well, I don't hear you swear on your feet.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station.
Yeah.
There was something
Shut
for
up,
me
gang.
in an abandoned car.
Looking around, okay? Just shut up.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartmann. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh! Hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a Swing at Everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high?
It's true.
Have you
all
been
of it.
drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice. And everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
All right, wait here.
Look at the size of that bear. Yeah, just wait here, Barry. I'll be right back.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Okay.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Yeah. That cabin.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry.
Don't be hitting
I'm
a
going to
lamp.
Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here.
Gonna make you squeal like a
poison ivy,
pig.
God knows what.
Squeal, piggy.
So not worth a 15% commission.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I think we want the lights on.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
I heard. Yeah. Switch those on. That away. But I heard some footsteps out here. Now, I didn't get this far yesterday, so even though I did play Alan Wake years ago, finished it. Some of it I sort of recognize, you know, but I don't remember exactly what's coming through here. Is this where I need to go? Okay. Nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Night Springs? Yeah.
Crime and punishment.
Submitted for your approval.
The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish.
Let's look at Zoom.
In Night Springs.
Sometimes you'll get the focus prompts, which will zoom you in. But I'm not getting that now.
He's inside, Agent.
We'll
He's a
zoom
weird
in.
one. So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
No, I don't. I don't have a gaming PC. I just have my Xbox One and PS4 Pro to stream with. You know, well, with the Twitch apps. Yeah, that's all I have. I have a cheap, crappy laptop that I view chat with. You know, and but it's not good for gaming at all.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
So why do you ask? Just curious.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
No, that's on my PS4 Pro. The text to speech. Using Xbox One. It has a narrator, but I haven't tried it out yet. I don't even know if it. I mean, I guess I could test it to see if it works. But yeah, the female, the text to voice lady, she's on my PS4 Pro. I'm gonna try that out though. I'm gonna go into my settings real quick and see if this works. Yeah, I don't know if hang on. Go ahead, pause. I don't know if it works the same way. I don't think it does. Hang on. Let me check this out. Yeah, it's not the same, man. I'll have to work with it some more. Maybe there are some options for narrator that does the same thing that text to voice does. So you're trying to build a PC. Most of the items, some parts are hard to get right now. Yeah, because basically you have to do all your shopping online, you know. A lot of stuff.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Anybody? Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. You're right there.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
So some guy's screaming for his life, and I'm looking for coffee thermoses. Okay, Terralax. Yeah. All right, Rusty.
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me. Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Hey, short guy. Just downloaded it, huh? Well, if you've never played it before, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's a good game.
Shh.
Good boy. What's up, buddy? I played it years ago, and I also, like you, installed it on my Xbox One off Game Pass. Had to call the old lady. Did you have to stand out like on your porch and literally call out to her, or did you use one of those devices called a telephone? I'm just being a smartass. Look for a key. So, short guy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. This here mobile phone device, I got you. Yeah, you know, actually, I think of Phil Hartman and his unfrozen caveman lawyer, who would be really amazed and even scared of those little devices you call mobile phones. Yet
the only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back
he
on.
drives a sports coupe, and he has his own mobile phone, you know, but he's scared of it because he's an unfrozen caveman lawyer, you know, from BC, like 10,000 years, however, 100. I can't remember exactly. Oops. You know what? Electricity, you don't want to, like, get too close to any electrical charges like that. I'm supposed to look for a key. Get the lights on. All right. Okay. Over here.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. Too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Somebody left an axe in this.
Rusty!
Anyway, somebody left a...
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked
box.
like liquid darkness.
What the? Oh, I forgot about this. Is that everything over here? Seemed like there was something else.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Oh, okay. Bucktooth Charlie.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Maybe it was Bucktooth Charlie.
don't feed the animals.
What?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing
Is that
license.
Rusty? I think it's Rusty. I think Rusty has been taken.
The park rangers and sergeants.
At all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never. Bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed.
Come on, Rusty. It's okay.
And unattended.
It is against the law.
Rusty is a lot quicker than Freddy. Get up there, Alan.
This includes even
rocks.
You may
Find along the river.
or even simple berries.
Oh, crap. Oh, what a throw. I can't remember. I think there's an upgrade system, if I remember right, but I could be confused. Something to extend the life of the batteries for the flashlight, because man, the moment you use the high beam, it just sucks the life out of the batteries so quick. There's something over here. Oh yeah. God. Man. Okay. I sort of remember this. I believe we're gonna. Oh, anyway, I'm ready.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
I think Barry might be questioning his life choices right about now.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
What else I haven't seen in a while? Those secret supply chest marketers.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Look at that. Moonshine Cave. This cave was the site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada. At times, alcohol was also distilled on the premises. Wow. The more you know. Those crazy Canadians. Oh, crap. See, I forget how to, no. How do I... Did you reload?
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
You're a toughie, aren't you? I thought you reloaded already, Alan. Ow. Oh, there's not just time for this. Okay. Felled by lightning in 1937, this exceptionally tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, Pseudosuga menziesii what? Was over 200 years old. According to local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. We say feet and yards around here, y'all. Here's America. America. Fuck yeah. Good job. Need some light so I can heal. Almost out of ammo for the revolver, and usually that's not a problem. So I'm just going to ignore these guys and get into the light if I can. But Jesus, he's so slow. Because he can only run. Oh, God. He can only run like 5 steps before he's out of breath. He can hardly move. So I need ammo. Because I'm completely and utterly out of ammo.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
That looked like a box of ammo. It was not. Yeah, it's going to take more than 12 rounds. There for a while. I mean, I just come across ammo, couldn't do anything about it because I was maxed out. Now, I just don't have enough. Good God, it's not good. Go, man. Wow. What? I couldn't even move. Go! God, man, Alan is pathetic. I mean, look at he's already out of freaking breath. Jesus. I feel like I need flares and I don't have a flare pistol. Reload. God damn, I keep just backing into trees and shit. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. And I got turned around. I don't know which one I'm supposed to go. What is this bullshit? Okay, what am I supposed to do here? And that's really not going to help me because I have 3 rounds of ammunition and I'm no closer to getting where I need to get to. This is one of those things in games like this where your character is so pathetic, hardly has any stamina, that just taking a few steps and the character's out of breath and you're freaking kind of in a hopeless, helpless situation, and that just makes it even worse. Crap. I need ammo. That's all there is to it. Can't get through this without. What I need to do is try to at least. Okay, that helps. Uh-oh. Okay, at least 2. I have no ammo. He's already like huffing and puffing. Pathetic, man. Fucking pathetic. And I saw a light. I can't. Oh, there it is. There it is. I probably won't make it. Wow. Out of ammo. Alan Wake has as much stamina as a dude who hasn't walked and just smokes and eats and can't get himself out of a freaking chair, you know. Okay, that's working out great. Let's there we go. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this, and I think I need ammo for this. I don't think there's. I mean, I have the light. That's gonna help. If I remember, I get attacked by crows here. You gonna open? Oh.
Shit.
Shit, what? No ammo. Now no flashlight. Good going, Alan.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name.
Oh, that was the guy who said,
There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake. That's what I got for you! Monster!
This is working out really good. Really, really, really good. You're doing great, man. Shooting those freaking phantoms. Good God. Seriously. Seriously, man. You couldn't be doing any freaking better than you are.
flares, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. Get some! Yeah, that's right. Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
Follow the kidnapper.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Probably stupid, but I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I have 2 flares.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. 4 players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
I hit right bumper like 3 freaking times again. Hello? Man, what? Come on, guy. What is he doing? Where is this idiot going? Going through fucking batteries like crazy, man. Too working Oh my god, there are more of them. I'm out of flares. Come on, man.
Let's cut
I
the act now.
hate it when I have to rely
Where's
on
my
AI
wife?
for
I knew you were
anything.
going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
Wow. Tell you what, man, Alan. Yippee.
You're gonna give me the manuscript, or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
You didn't have any manuscript to give him. What about all the pages you've been picking up? You know, like this one.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartmann, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
See a thermos over there, so I think I need a pause. As soon as I get to a checkpoint, I need to pause. I need to swap batteries. Plus, I need to. Oh, there's a checkpoint right there. Okay. So yeah, I'll need to visit the facilities, swap my batteries, be right back.